everybody, and welcome to our top 10 quick comic picks. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is our really short show where we show you some of the biggest books we think you'll want to pick up this week at your local comic book store, or that might be our store. Don't forget you can go to infinityflux.net right now where you can order these books, you can pre-order books, all that fun stuff. But let's get into it. What are you starting out with?
Going to start with Daredevil #1. So this is the start of the new Daredevil series following Chip Zdarsky's fantastic run. In this one, Daredevil has no memory of his past life. That has a little bit something to do with how the last series ended. But that won't last long, as you know, Elektra's kind of watching over him. But she eventually becomes possessed, and he sort of has to deal with that, and maybe that'll help jog his memory.
Interesting. And I've got a big one this week. This is Batman and Robin #1. So this is a really fun. It's currently continuity going on parallel with the other Batman books, but the dynamic duo is back. Batman and Robin are going to have to learn to rework together, fighting crimes on the streets, but also how to be father and son again because they've had a tough go of it for
Yeah.
a while. So this was really good, and if you like that father-son connection of those two, definitely check this one out.
Well, sticking with the Batman theme, we're going to look at Batman Gargoyle of Gotham #1. Now, this actually doesn't come out until Saturday, the 16th, which is Batman Day.
Yep.
But technically, it is still this week, so we still wanted to talk about it. And this one is really cool. It's a black label book, so it's its own story. It doesn't have to worry about any other continuity. And in this one, this is basically a murder mystery. Batman's trying to track down a serial killer who has now killed up to 4 people. There's seemingly no connection between them. But how deep does that mystery go? And also, while that's going on, Batman is planning to kill off the Bruce Wayne persona so that he can be Batman full time.
Hmm. And I've got a Werewolf by Night #1. So I feel like this is one of our first Halloween
Yeah.
theme books coming out. And this was great. It's just a one shot. And in this, a girl goes missing from a small town. There's this castle on top of the mountain. And we see two kind of parallel stories as Werewolf by Night goes in to save her and Elsa Bloodstone. But what's going to happen when they meet up and they kind of remember a relationship they once had, all the while working together to save this girl. So, really fun, great art style in this, and just perfect for the season.
Well, I've got another murder mystery. This is Avengers Inc. #1. In this one, 6 supervillains are murdered inside their cells in the raft, the big prison. And Janet Van Dyne has to figure out who did it, how they do it, that kind of thing. Luke Cage, mayor of New York, is very adamant, no costumes. And Janet Van Dyne says no problem, and she gets on the case. So figure out who done it in this book.
No costumes, no problem. Next up, we have Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi #1. Just like the Mandalorian series they've been doing, this is an adaptation of the Disney Plus miniseries, but this is really cool. It's done by Jody Hauser and the artist by Salvador LaRocca. This, of course, features the first appearance of Reva, the Inquisitor, and if you just want to relive that show, kind of take it at your own pace, check out Obi-Wan Kenobi #1.
So I've got a book that is perfect for spooky season. There is a new volume of Creepshow. So this is Creepshow #1. I guess volume 2, you would
Yep.
say. This one, just like the other Creepshow books, there are two different, very creepy, disturbing stories in this one. It's an anthology book, so each story is its own thing. I can't really tell you about the stories because I don't want the YouTube channel to get banned. But if you're into, creepy stories, if you're looking for a creepy story for Halloween, this would be a great one to get.
One I really enjoyed this week is World's Finest Teen Titans #3, and this one's awesome because the Teen Titans appear at a convention based around superheroes, and the fans go wild. But there's also a fan who's super obsessed with one of the members, and is going to crash the party to try and make her his own. Just really fun, especially if you've ever been to a con or like presented at a con. Definitely check this one out.
I've got one more creepy book. This is Incredible Hulk number 4. So this is still telling the overall story that this series has been telling so far, but this is the start of a new story arc where Banner and Charlie go down to Florida. But while they're there, they run afoul of the Man Thing, and he is aware of all the creepiness that the Hulk has been dealing with lately too, and he might need his help to overcome it.
And lastly, for me, another spooky book. This is Spine-tingling Spider-Man. So this was originally released as a Marvel Infinity comic, but they've collected all 8 parts of it here. This is a thick book. There's a spine on it and everything, and it's pretty creepy as. Spider-Man's going about his business. He keeps hearing this very creepy song playing in his
Oh, that's
head,
right.
and it keeps overcoming him, knocks him out, all this kind of stuff. What is the source of this song? And what is its goal as it kind of spreads throughout the city. So, very creepy issue of Spider Man that is leading into another new spine tingling Spider Man story. So that is it for our top 10 comic quick picks. Thank you so much for watching. Again, head over to infinityflux.net where you can pre-order and order books right now, especially the books that we just talked about while supplies last. And join us for our next show where we'll be going over these books plus much more, their variants, all of that in more detail coming up very soon. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time,
See ya.
bye.